Well, this is it. So after years of tiptoeing around the subject, I have actually bought my own Renault Vel Satis. So it's a car I've admired for a few years. I know some of you will think I'm crazy, and I know it's not the immediately obvious choice for anyone who wants to buy a big luxury car, but I've always liked the Vel Satis. I've always thought it is an amazing car, and it's very comfortable. It's now relatively affordable if you accept maintenance, and this is mine. This is my Renault Vel Satis that I bought a few weeks ago for 4,000 euros. So if you haven't been following, I've had a Renault Clio 2 Phase 2, I had a third generation Yaris, and then I had a Lexus GS 300. Then I moved to Paris and went back to a Yaris for the hybrid model. And now that I'm about to telecommute quite a bit, I have bought a bigger car just for road trips, and this is it, the Renault Vel Satis, Renault Vel Satis. So I'm going to show you around this car. This is the 3.5 liter V6 engine, so from Nissan, the same engine as in the Nissan 350Z. I'm going to show you around the car. I'm going to show you the trunk, the rear, the engine, and then we'll go through a few of the gadgets. So let me start by showing you the key. This is it. So it's a Renault key, and you've got unlock, lock, and something to turn on the headlights that I'm gonna hope will be powerful enough to go against the sun. So if I press the headlight button, the headlights turn on. They're xenon headlights with halogen high beams. Anyway, so let's unlock it. It also unlocks automatically, and it starts keylessly. So if I have the key in my pocket, it will unlock and start. And we'll start with the trunk, which is massive on this car. So the way you open it, you grab the Renault logo, and like on a recent Volkswagen or Mercedes, you open it like this. And as you can see, it is massive. It's a huge trunk, so it's got a huge parcel shelf with the integrated sun cover, sunshade, and then you've got the manual here for the car with this nice little strap, access to the rear tail lights, and then you've got a full-size spare wheel underneath, in which I've put a few things that I need, like the triangle and so on. It is lit by one light here, and another light here, so it's very well lit at night. And the seats fold down, so I'm gonna try to show you with the seats folded down. So what you need to do to fold down the seats, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna flip this cover like this, and then like this, and then you have a button here that you can press. Well, I'm not gonna put down the headrest, but you can imagine you get a pretty flat load bay. Let's try it. It is pretty difficult to do with one hand, but there you go. That's the sort of flat inclination you get. Obviously you can do the same on the other side. You don't get through loading, like you don't have a center armrest loading hole, but you can fold down the rear seats, and then you're left with a pretty huge space. If you close the trunk, it has a soft close feature, so if you just go ahead and close it roughly, it closes automatically. I'm going to put the seats back up. Oop. The seatbelt does go behind. That's a little stupid. And the cover back in, and the seat back in. And there you go, and now I'll show you the back seats. So you get in, you've got pretty big space. You've got sunshades in the rear as well. You've got little ashtrays. You've got some wood. You've got the power window controls and the handle. You've got a nice leather armrest. It is full leather, this car. On the other side, obviously, you've got the same thing. This is my jacket, I do apologize. And then you've got some rear climate controls, so fan speed and direction of the air, because you also have air for the feet. You have a control for the locking doors. I don't understand why, but that's where it is. And then you have a cigarette lighter outlet. And in the middle, you have an armrest. You have a center headrest. And in the armrest, sorry about that, but you have some cupboard thing, and then you have the cup holders as well. So if you close everything, you have just the cup holders. And then you've got some pockets in the rear seats, obviously, and the same ashtray and sunshade that you get in the front, that you get in on this side. And then you've got some reading lights. I think this one doesn't work, but this one does. It is the only bulb that, oh yeah. Anyway, this one is the only bulb that is actually not working in this car. All the other bulbs are actually working, headlights included. Even the little door bulbs there. Anyway, let's get to the front seat. The door does make a knocking noise that I haven't yet fixed. Well, I'll tell you a bit more details about this car. It is a 2007 model, I think November 2007. And as you'll see when I start it up, so I just put the foot on the brakes and press the start button. The key is in my pocket. The mirrors unfold, and after it does the check, you'll see how many kilometers it's got, because it's pretty impressive for a Renault at least. There we go, everything's okay. And then you will see that it has 196,000 kilometers, if it ever does go. Let me do this. Up, 196,405 kilometers. So almost 2,000 kilometers. And I'll be honest, it's, well, apart from the dirty carpets, it is pretty good. It is pretty good. I'm very impressed with this car. But it has a few knickknacks and a few problems, but nothing major. And the engine still works pretty well. It's a V6, so it has 245 horsepower in this case, because it is also the same engine as the Nissan 350Z, which had a little more horsepower. I'm not sure how many more, maybe 280, but I'm not sure. And anyway, so it works very well. It pulls really hard, and top speed that I haven't tried out yet, and I'm not sure I will given the mileage, is supposed to be 235 kilometers an hour. Anyway, so I'll show you around this car. So you've got the control for the mirrors, so left, right, and then if you do this, they fold away. They also fold away when you lock the car, or when the car locks itself when you walk away. And then you've got the power mirrors, the power windows, obviously. All four windows are automatic, down and up. And then you've got the child lock for the windows. There you go. This is the parking brake and the brightness of the instrument. So the parking brake, you put it on by pulling it like this, and the light turns on. And then when you want to take it off, you do like this, and the light turns off. There you go. And then you've got lights and signals, and then on this side wipers here, the board computer here, the trip computer I should say, with a few informations. And then you've got the commands for the radio, I'll show you later. And then this is for the cruise control. The radio is a 6-disc changer radio. It has a pretty good sound. The only problem being that it doesn't have an aux input, or it doesn't have Bluetooth audio. It has Bluetooth for the phone, but not Bluetooth audio. So far I've having to listen to CDs that I had lying around in the car, and I have an FM transmitter for my phone, but it is pretty good sound. And then under here you've got the ESP off, you've got the parking sensor off button, and then this is a lady who speaks. It's the board computer, and if you press it, she'll say,
"Bienvenue, je suis l'ordinateur de bord. La surveillance est opérationnelle."
So she's actively scanning for faults, and she's introducing herself. And let's say I turn off the ESP, it will show a message on this, and then she'll talk.
ESP désactivé.
ESP deactivated. And you know, she'll say many things. If I have a door open, or if I have a problem with my brakes, or if the fuel warnings come on, or if anything, she'll just talk and tell me what's wrong with the car, which is quite fun. And then here you got the controls for the air conditioning. So I'm gonna have to recharge the air conditioning, and I'm hoping it works. This little gunk thing is the sort of the disease for the Vel Satis, because they Renault tried to use a plasti dip or something like that, something similar. And as it turns out, it doesn't age very well, so I can take it entirely off and just have the raw plastic, but I'm not sure what color it is, and I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Behind this is the Bluetooth receiver and the DVD for the GPS. And then this is an ashtray, a cigarette lighter, and this cover is broken. That's one of the few things that doesn't work correctly on there. And then in here, I'll show you the GPS later, you have the glove box, which is full of snacks, and the amplifier for the stereo. And then up here behind this beautiful wood, you've got some cup holders and a little storage thing. There we go. Oop, let me put them back in. And then on the passenger door, you've got a pretty big storage unit, which you also have on the driver's door, of course. The window control, some more wood. Both seats are heated. You just have to press this button, and then since it is hidden, and the same for the passenger side, you do have a warning that comes on the dashboard. That way you don't forget that the seat heating is on. And then this is cruise control and speed limiter. And then you've got the hazards, obviously. You can see the plastics here. The state of the plastics, but it's not too terrible, but it because I don't look here very often. This is where the key card goes when you don't want to leave it in your pocket. But anyway, the state of the plastic is not great, but not horrible. I'm used to it. And then you've got the door locks. Under here, you've got a huge storage with a little plug on which I plug in my phone. And then what else can I show you? Oh, it has a sunroof as well, which opens. So it can open fully. I'm not going to do it because it's going to take too long, but it opens fully, and it opens this way too. There you go. And you slide this to hide yourself from the sun. All of these work as well. This is nice. And then you've got a mirror, and you've got some lighting. And all the mirrors are auto dimming, so even the ones on the outside. That's a good change from the Yaris, because I used to always get blinded by the traffic following me. And yeah, it's very comfortable. It's very nice. The seats, as you can see, are articulated three-way. So you've got the cushion, you've got the backrest, the bottom of the backrest, and the top of the backrest. And then you've got the headrest with which you can do this as well. So it is extremely comfortable, and the seatbelt is integrated in the seat, which is actually really comfortable, and it keeps it from knocking around here when I'm driving alone. This cable is for my dash cam, so don't pay attention to it. I haven't found a great way to install it just yet. And then this big controller here is for the GPS. So you've got route, you've got destination, map, info, and you control all this with this joystick that can go this way or this way. So let me go back, because I did some things while I was showing you. And then you can go to destination, address, carnet d'adresse, etc. And it's quite a good system, I'll be honest. It's quite old, obviously, but it is very nice, and it actually shows quite a bit. It's from 2006. The car is from 2007, the system from 2006. It actually shows quite a lot of things. It even has the split view for the highway, where you get the actual drawing of where you need to go next to the map. It's quite advanced for a 2006 system, and actually the one in my Lexus, it had a few more functions like calendar and some reminders and some notes and stuff, but the actual GPS part of the things was much worse, because you know, it had a top-down view, and it wasn't really that modern looking. This is actually a 3D view, and it looks quite good. Let me de-zoom. You know, it can look quite good, and I've been using it quite a bit, and it actually works okay. I've been using this button to zoom, and if you want to turn it off, you just leave that on. You just press the button for a long time, and then it goes off. Next to that is a rather tasteful clock. This all looks really nice at night, because you can see it's backlit very faintly, and it's just really nice. So anyway, this has been the Vel Satis. I'm going to show you the engine compartment, and then there we go. See, she's telling me
Le capot moteur est mal fermé.
le capot moteur est mal fermé, which means the hood isn't closed properly, which obviously it isn't because I just opened it. But it's quite funny. And there is the engine. So as I said, 3.5 V6, 245 horsepower. This is just the labels for the maintenance. And there you go. So this is the engine of the Vel Satis, and this is the Vel Satis. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll keep you posted of how things go. I'm a little worried about maintenance, but I'm sure it'll be fine, at least engine-wise, and the rest is just probably some stuff that you can expect from a car that is almost 15 years old. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.